Welcome to Michelle's Opinions. As we are all waking up, we see the changes all around us, and we're growing into this new understanding of who we are. We learn that we are limitless. We share the tools for growth and better understanding. I have 17 years of experience and many tools in my toolbox that I want to share with you to help you to understand and teach you to be the sovereign being that you are. Welcome to the family, and I hope you enjoy this episode of Michelle's Opinions. Hey guys, welcome to Michelle's Opinions. I pulled another blast from the past. This one was done on April 24th. It's called The Meaning of Life. But first I want to share with you guys a little story. It's actually kind of a true story, but you could put any character that you want into these roles, as I won't be using any names. These are the players that are in this story that I happen to be observing. Very interesting. We have the single man. He likes his women and he flirts. We have the married man. Kind of gets triggered real easy. He wants to be the hero. We've got the common law married woman. She's kind of scorned and her heart's been hurt. We have the single woman. She's like the bearer of bad news. And also a little scorn and a little hurt herself as things have unraveled. So let's see how this plays out. The bearer of bad news lets the common law married woman know that the single man who loves women very much, very flirtatious, but he's single. I'd been, hitting on her as the woman that is common law married, as he was hitting on her. Carrying on somewhat of a off and on type online dating relationship. We've all been there. Okay. So we've got the two women. One with her heart is hurt, and the other just is upset that that this was. Of course, anybody would be upset when you find out that somebody that you care about, that you think you've got more going on in the relationship, you find out that he's kind of a player, but he makes no bones about it. And then you've got someone like me that's kind of naive to it all, and kind of got thrown into the mix of, is it happening to you too? And no, I'm very upfront about being married, so that was pretty much my own only part that I played in this, except for, I'll tell you as the story rolls out. Okay. So then we have, so we've got the two ladies that are upset, okay? Now the one lady in the common law marriage, who really has got her heart broke, is very sweet, recognizes that she actually has a treasure at home, and, has let everything be revealed in that relationship, and now they're actually thinking about not just being common law, but being full-on married. So it reaffirmed that relationship, made it much stronger, okay? Now, the other lady, the bearer of bad news, and both ladies, and I agree, don't want this to happen to anybody else, or at least let them be aware that they're not the only ones. All right. Now, then comes the matter of, how do you handle this? How do you handle a situation like that? How do you get the man with, hand caught in the cookie jar? And so that way he doesn't, play other women or hurt other women in the process or in his wake. This kind of goes along with our sovereignty. and the responsibility that we have to take for our actions. Okay, now let's get into the role of the hero. Then we've got a married man who wants to be the hero. He's telling these ladies what they need to do, what they need to say to this single man to try to, I guess, catch him, playing like a game out of it. But see, when it comes to the heart and the conditions of the heart, really it isn't anything to play games about. It was at that point where I gave a little advice about, the two ladies should just probably just talk to him and say, look, you're busted, we know what you're doing. Please don't do that to other ladies because it's not nice. I was told at that point that the exact words were, you're not in control of this, I am. And this is by the married man. He wants to be the hero. But he's got some things going on within him also, like everybody does. He gets triggered real easy. Just one simple word, and he gets really upset. So it's just interesting how just little things can get blown out of proportion. And, we got the women's scorn syndrome going on. We've got the married man who's also biting for the affections and attentions for these ladies. Now, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that these ladies are very attractive ladies. So, of course, any man with blood in his veins is going to want their attention. Of course, it's normal. But one of the men, of course, like I said, was single. So if he wants to be a player and he's upfront about it, he can be a player. But, be upfront about it. Be straight with people. So there's nothing worse than getting caught, and there's nothing worse than breaking somebody's heart. We often talk about here the flower of life and how we're the center circle, and what we do affects those around us. And we're exchanging energy all the time with one another. So we need to take into consideration what our actions are going to do and how they're going to impact or affect somebody else. Now, I have to say, the woman that was in the relationship for 10 years, the common law lady, wanted no harm or no hurt or no vengeance to befall the single man. She learned a lesson. She reaffirmed her relationship with her common law husband. And, basically the single man filled a need at that moment that she needed to fulfill in her life. And she strengthened up what she had at home and saw the preciousness in that relationship that she's already in. So it was really odd to listen to this all transpire and to see, the levels that people would actually go to hurt each other. I mean, just, it was like, wow. I was really surprised. I'm not going to reveal any names on this. I just think that we all need to think about how we react, how we respond to one another. Are we showing unconditional love? Do we really care about that other person? Or only do we care about that person when they're in the room? Should we be the same when they're in the room and out of the room? I say yes. So think on that for a moment while I play this clip. And like I said, this blast from the past is The Meaning of Life from April 24th. Me and my blast from the past. And here we go. But again, I'm gonna label this one also is triggered, and what we need to do along with the meaning of life. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to tell you the meaning of life. Yes. Okay. Let's get started with this. What if I was to tell you that we came here completely blank, okay? So that we can remember to forget. Yes, think about that for a moment. What would you do if you wanted to design the perfect game where you can be totally immersed in the game? Feel every emotion, every experience, and not realize that you're actually in a game. Wow, what kind of designing went into this? Think about it. And we are the players. We are the ones immersed in the game. We are the ones that are labeling things good or bad. We are the ones sending the energy, whether we are going to gap ourselves away from it, saying, no, that's bad, or we're going to engage with it and say, no, that's good. Think about it, guys. The labels we put on things affect us. They affect our behavior, the way that we interact with each other, everything. What if I was to tell you that none of that matters? None of it. The meaning of life is to come here to grow. We're doing exactly what we're supposed to do. And it seems like many of us are transitioning out. Maybe leveling up, going into the next level of the game. Think about it. There's a lot going on there. As I see the community around growing and seeing people becoming self-aware and understanding that they have these abilities within them, what is that unlocking in everybody? Infinite potential. What? Yes, exactly that. So, if you start to look around at this as one big, huge design of this masterpiece of a game that we came here to forget, I think we even pick our parents. I think we pick a lot of the situations and storylines that we jump into before we come in. And we get so immersed in the game so we can have an authentic experience. But I see a lot of us transiting out, understanding the game, peeking behind the veil. Yes. So, with the Christians' doctrine of saying the rapture, if a bunch of people just disappeared on them one day, they would say they were raptured. Well, what if they just went to the next level? Think about it. So what's the meaning of life to you? What role did you decide to play when you came here? Did you put in a clause in your contract that you would be woke up at a certain time and be made aware of that you are in a huge simulation so you can move on to the next level? What did you come here to learn and grow? Oh my gosh, you guys. This is like the infinite information being revealed. I'm so excited. It's great. Any attachments that you have, you made the conscious choice to attach. Our subconscious is continuously running the game for us on autopilot when we are so immersed in it. But as we are becoming more self-aware, we are able to then project out and manifest things around us. That's the words that we use to help us understand, because we fall so far into forgetfulness to bring us back up into remembering. Yeah, proper terms for that's goes along with my testimony that no matter where you're at, when you seek and you're ready to come on out and realize who and what you are, they meet you where you're at. I do think we get assistance. You gotta ask for that care package to be dropped on you. See? And it comes. Just like any game would. And as you reach certain goals, bing, new things are revealed. Anyways, I'd like to hear what you guys got going on with you. Tell me how your game's going. How's your walk, your journey, whatever you want to call it. It's the labels mean nothing. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Please like, share, and subscribe. That's it for Michelle's opinions on the meaning of life. Peace. I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, that's the meaning of life. Okay, let me pull my camera back up so you guys can see me. Let's see. Hello. Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the skies were going nuts again. It's like as I'm speaking, they're pulsating. Strange anomalies, We have so many sky watchers, and I can see why. Because there's so much going on up there. Oh my goodness gracious, pay attention to what's going around us. Now, back to the little story that I was telling you. My heart goes out to the ladies because they were hurt. And what I would love to see for them to do is to rise up to the occasion and be the strength and the courage that they are. They don't need a man to tell them what to do. They don't need to bank all of their happiness on a man. They were very capable of handling this situation. So we always need to watch our egos. We have good and bad in everything. So we should be, learning to walk in balance and check ourselves. That's including me. I couldn't believe that people actually thought that the same situation was going on with me and the single man. No way. I'm very happily married, so I'm good there. But we need to think about things like that. People watching is very interesting. We learn a lot by what we see other people do. We learn a lot about ourselves by watching the reactions and the actions and the retaliation that could be taken against people, and just things that could be going on that we are completely unaware of. So be kind to other people. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Love everybody unconditionally. Now, I'm not judging the situation, but I do think it could have been handled just a little bit better. And I hope that it was, because I gracefully bowed out. It just really wasn't my playground to be playing in, and I don't hold any judgments or feelings on any side of it at all. But it was interesting to be able to pull out the different characters. We do give away ourselves by the things that we say. Pay attention, guys. It's really interesting. Life is so good. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. There's just so much going on right now between the Mandela effect, sparkly palms, the skies, dreams, visions. I've got a dream that I did video, and I just haven't released it yet because I'm still pondering it. I find it easier to make a little video about the dream than it is to write them down. I get more out of making a video, and I put images in it, so as things transpire, I can go back to it. I do want to mention this. While I was in that conversation, I got hit with deja vu big time. Like up to 3 times I got hit with deja vu. It was like I'd been there before. I mean, it was so familiar. I knew I'd been there before. Hopefully I've passed that test now and don't have to revisit it. It wasn't very comfortable. I love you guys. Have yourself a wonderful day. Don't forget, leave your comments below. Let the raffle flow. That'll be my new saying for a while till we reach that goal and have that party. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Michele's Opinions. We're on this journey together. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You may want to bookmark this page. You can sponsor the channel for as little as a cup of coffee a month. But if you bookmark this page, we can continue on with the work there free of charge on their platform. I will see you soon. I love you all so much. Have a great day. Peace.